Hi everyone, on its 20th anniversary, the Australian Trade Union Movement would like to acknowledge AFTINET and what a fearless voice for trade justice it has been. This extraordinary organisation that's brought together individuals and organisations to fight for fairer trade, for trade that has at its core human rights, labour rights and environmental sustainability. Many struggles we have had together to make sure that we hold governments to account, that we push back against the worst excesses of trade that does not have people at its core, and to make sure that we win a fairer trade system here in Australia and around the world. So much more work to do together. I want to acknowledge in particular Dr. Pat Ranald. What an amazing source of wisdom she has been throughout this campaign. Thank you to every single one of you. We look forward to standing shoulder to shoulder in the future campaigns to win a fairer trade system and global justice and a better world.
Friends of the Earth has been a proud AFTINET member for over a decade, and we say happy birthday to the network. The Australian Fair Trade and Investment Network does really crucial work in securing a just and sustainable future for Australia. For trade policy impacts the environment, from our massive coal exports to foreign investment building coal mines and funding deforestation. We know that trade policy has a substantial impact at home and abroad. We stand shoulder to shoulder with trade unions, consumer groups and ordinary Australians in fighting bad trade deals that give more power to corporations. So happy 20 years and let's keep fighting for trade justice.
Kia ora to AFTINET, to Pat and to the team from Aotearoa, New Zealand. You have done such an amazing job for 2 decades now, leading Australia in the battle for trade justice. We fought so many campaigns, your activism, your advocacy, your leadership, your ability to work as a team with many herding cats in the international arena. You know, we really admire what you've done, we celebrate what you've done, and we look forward to working together for several more decades. Maybe, Pat, not some of us, but those who are going to work in that platform that AFTINET has built in moving towards a better world, better future for the 21st century, for everyone on this planet.
Congratulations, AFTINET, on 20 years of research, advocacy, public education, fighting for rules of the global economy that put people and the planet first, and against a whole flotilla of corporate rigged race to the bottom trade agreements. This is Lori Wallach from Public Citizen in the United States. Honored to be a partner, thankful for your work, as well as with the US coalition, the Citizens Trade Campaign, our AFTINET equivalent. For 20 years, AFTINET, you have been all over Australia with your partners from all over the world, educating and organizing, but also making sure that the Australian voice is part of the global justice fights. So from far corners of the world, of APEC summits to WTO ministerials to Geneva WTO fights, to say nothing of TPP rounds, yin and yang. It has been an honor and a pleasure, and here is a toast to 20 more years of kick-ass AFTINET work fighting for people and the global economy.
Happy anniversary, AFTINET. 20 years of struggle for trade justice. I thank you, I salute you, and I urge you to continue the fight. We have a convergence of crisis on our hands. Inequality at the heart of a failed economic model, driven by a model of global trade that simply didn't work. We have in fact got the crisis of climate and the extinction of people, the human race, if we don't stabilise the planet. It requires economic and global shifts. And of course we now have a crisis of a pandemic where the world's been found wanting to govern such an integrated international spread of disease. Finally, of course, we have still got to face the opportunity costs of technology. We know that at its heart, a trade model has to be just, has to provide for development, and has to respect a rights-based approach to human rights and to labour rights as a fair floor for trade. Thank you. Solidarity.